recorded history. Their reasons for coming were as varied as the lands they left, but all were seeking a better life for themselves and their children. They came with hope and fear, feeling the desolation, homesickness, and anxiety that comes with any first voyage across the ocean. They had no vision of what this new homeland would be like, only the profound sadness of having left all they had known and loved behind, never to be seen again.
The history of Ireland is a sad tale from start to finish. The years most remembered are those which saw nearly 2 million of its sons and daughters leave their homeland.
In 1830, there was the cholera epidemic, followed by the failure of the potato crop.
In 1845, the potato blight struck again, and again in 1846 and 47. In those years alone, 1 million Irish died of starvation.
We lived on nettles and cabbage leaves until they ran out.
Then we combed through the dead stalks for anything edible that might remain.
Like thousands of others, we were kicked out of our homelands by our English landlords.
The roads were crowded with the homeless and the hungry, making their way to towns and cities where jobs and housing didn't exist.
For us, it was a poorhouse or a freighter to America.
Both were overcrowded with the desperate and the dying. But we never lost hope of a better life.
We found it here in Wisconsin.
Going to America, America, America. We're going to America to start our lives again. Going to America, America, America. We're going to America to start our lives again.
He came to America for different reasons. To find work, to get rich, to escape starvation or oppressive rule, to start a new life. I came to America to find a husband. An advertisement was placed in a German newspaper by Herr Otto Pyle, a young immigrant who was living in America and longed for female companionship.
There is a dire shortage of the fairer sex here in America. Und an overabundance of eligible bachelors. It is the land of opportunity. We prospective males are willing to advance the required fare of $60, provided interested men are willing to travel on a freighter which lands in New York. An additional $40 should suffice for you to reach your destination, Door County, Wisconsin.
I was horrified to think that I might be interested in such a venture. The unlimited goal. Life would be like buying a cat out of a bag. Oh, disgusting. It's nothing more than a mail-order bribe. I have none of that. At the time, I was working as a waitress in an officer's casino and doing well. In fact, my boss, Herr Schultz, the chef, often said,
Would there be more like her? If only she would stay with us!
you see, he had seen the advertisements, and he knew that many marriageable women were leaving for America under the pretext of finding
Heaven forbid she should entertain such a thought, but a foolhardy mistake that would be!
my work at the casino left me exhausted. Finding out the clumsy advances of drunken officers. What that I could send them to America instead. After a while, looking for America did not seem so objectionable. Perhaps a mail-order bribe would not be so bad. At least I could give it a try. If I did not like it, I could get a job and repay the obligation.
Well, once the village across the route got hold of this juicy bit of gossip, tongue started banging. Since the princess could not find a husband good enough for her here, she had to wander off to America to find one. And what if things don't work out? Surely no good can come of a venture like this. Oh, she will be back, and then we will all have the last laugh. And then we can all say, "We told you so."
That only made me more determined than ever to find my new life in a new land. I looked again at my photo of Herr Otto Pyle. Still looked rather ordinary, nondescript, or rather plain of face, but I could tell not very long on smarts. This photo was meant to attract the opposite sex. He didn't know us very well. Still, I made up my mind. I sent a letter of acceptance to Herr Otto Pyle. I was going.
still growing.
Together we tried to scratch out a living and land where only rocks will grow.
Yeah, some winters sunrise to some send the humor.
Yeah, milking, mowing, planting, plowing, and job for the week.
So, maybe this year, harvest will be better. You can only hope.
Likely to be worse. Like last year, like the year before. Well, can only hope.
And every spring we borrow more money to plant more seed.
And at year's end, we find ourselves owing more than we borrowed.
What kind of life is this, huh?
You ask me? I ask you, what kind of life is this?
Remember, in the spring of 1838 in the fall, we begin to hear talk about this place, this country as America.
I never hear that word before, America.
So all week long we talk and we wonder about this America.
Where there are no landlords that tell us where we can work.
And be free to make a living in our own way.
Oh, could we believe the stories they say about fair laws and free land and plenty of food?
Well, we caught the fever. Couldn't help it.
Oh, the America fever! It was everywhere.
And when they freeze from a little town of Snassel, half the people there, they lost their minds. America!
Did no good. Oh, no, the pastor. The pastor, he begged us. He begged us to stay.
The pastor said, don't go, I beg of you. He said, the ocean crossing is so very dangerous. That sharks, the shipwreck, and sickness and storms, and then America, he says, a terrible place. Thieves, the crowd, the streets there, wild animals in the forest, and a blizzard, they howl all winter long.
Like I said, did no good.
No, we went.
No. People sold all their belongings to buy tickets for the crossing.
We emptied our bank accounts right down to the last kroner.
Well, didn't add up to much more than $20 US.
Barely enough for steamship tickets and some food.
Wait! How we get from here to Stavanger Harbor?
Huh? It's over 200 miles of mountains just between here and the steamship.
Open! Great! I have an idea. Whiskey. Whiskey. Oh, not whiskey. 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 Oh, we go on the coast yesterday. We take our skis and our knapsacks.
People are going to think we're crazy.
Yeah, we're the Madison brothers. We crack walnuts with our foreheads.
Oh, we went. We threw knapsack over our shoulder and started off for America on skis.
We did not want to leave our homeland, but hunger and poverty, they forced us out.
The heart begged us not to go, but the stomach commanded, yeah.
Yeah.
So, we go.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
How will we get to America? How will we get to America? We know our lives will change. We're going to America. We're going to America to start our lives again. How will we get to America? How will we get to America? We know our lives will change.
In Ireland, as in Norway, as in Prussia, and many other countries around the world, the rich got rich on the backs of the poor. Then in 1830, the cholera epidemic. And in 1831, and for the next 17 years, the potato crop failed because of the blight. Without potatoes, the Irish weren't just hungry, they starved. Millions died of starvation and disease. What kind of life is this? Out of desperation, millions more flee to America. The sick or the weak die on the voyage, and ships become known as coffin ships. But they come to America. They come to Wisconsin to escape hunger and hardship, to escape injustice, and to build a better life for themselves.
Since times are so hard, I must tell you, sweetheart, have a good night to sail both like a doll and my heart.
marching in the name of God. But the 30th day of March, and good fair weather, up until the 7th of April, when we had a severe snowstorm. Why? Imagine a snowstorm in April. We sailed through storm after storm. One lasted 4 days and 4 nights. Oh, the wind screamed, and the waves rose up like cliffs. Water flooded down the hatch, and then down into the steerage, the area below the decks. Only the poor stayed there. You can't imagine how crowded. Bunks lined the walls, people lined the bunks. There was little fresh air. The whole place smelled sweat and vomit and spoiled food. Barrels of fresh drinking water were too precious to be used for bathing. So, people bathed in seawater, gave them terrible skin rashes. Oh, they scratched and complained from morning till night. Of course, germs spread easily, causing infections, deadly infections. Every time the ship rolled, people and cooking pots and anything not tied down flew across the room. People were so seasick, they thought they were going to die. Working parents clung to their children and prayed. Oh, what storms! Oh, no. A mainmast on the ship. Oh, it was as big as a tree. One day, a gust of wind hit and it snapped, just like a pencil. A deckhand was washed overboard. And I slipped on the ladder, went down the steerage, and I fell into a pot of oatmeal. Holy crap! Oh, how much worse can it get? Well, I'm so glad I'm going to America. Oh, it's got to be better than this.
My family back home is thinking about immigrating to America. So I've decided to write them a letter and let them know what to expect and some things to bring. I'd like to read it to you. Give me some idea of whether I forgot something. Dear family, Mother, you asked if you could send me something. You could knit me 2 pair of woolen drawers. My old ones are wearing out. Everyone who comes to this country has to look out for themselves. Now, should you make up your minds to come, I will do the best I can for you from the territory of Wisconsin, where I am now. First, secure passage on a good and new ship. The cheapest is never the most desirable. And remember to keep everyone out of steerage. That is for the Irish and for filth. Bring provisions for 6 months. Take no food from the ship. It is of inferior quality and sure to make you sick. Bring only what is useful. Have a tolerable stock of clothing. It gets cold in Wisconsin. Bring beds and bedding. Blankets are dear to us, so don't forget the blankets. Bring castor oil. Look well to the state of your bowels. A tin chamber pot with a lid is needed for children. A pail or a bucket is useful for slops. A stone bottle for water. Now, each adult is allowed 6 pints per day. I'm sorry, 3 pints per day. Yeah, that would be too much. The ship provides the water, but not a stove. Tins are best for tea and coffee as cups get broken. And take care to keep everyone out of steerage. Ever affectionately, Matthew. I think that's
Ingeborg Alstead, you are Norwegian.
Yeah, my home was in a valley with mountains all around.
And what about your family?
Big family. My older brothers came to America when I was very young.
Now it says here that you left Norway at age 10?
10 and 1/2. Yeah, there were 8 in all in my family, and it was time to migrate. We had no food, and we had little hope, and only dreams of Wisconsin. Mother packed us. She dressed us in warm clothes first, and then she packed us in the back of the sleigh with all the blankets we had, and off we went.
You go on your way to where?
To Wisconsin, in America.
But I understand that your ship sprang a leak in the mid-Atlantic, but you were rescued?
Yeah, it was an old ship, you know, and somewhere in the middle of the ocean, it sprang a leak, and water was coming in the bottom of the ship, the hole, you know, down there at the bottom, and oh, we were all frightened. I was frightened, we all were. And so we hoisted the flag, the white flag, in hopes that some other ship might see us and come and rescue us. And then we prayed. We prayed very hard. Oh, we were so lucky. Oh, these transport ship carrying live cattle came. It saw us and it came to rescue us. Yes. And oh, the captain shouted, "Children first!" Oh, we were to be rescued first across those big, heavy waves. Oh, they put me in a little basket. Yeah. And I screamed at my mother and father, but they could do nothing but watch me being pulled over all those waves, all that water, over to the rescue boat. Oh, I was scared. I was scared that my mother, my father, my brothers and sisters, would they be rescued before the ship sank? It took a long time, but they got us all back together. Yeah, we were all together. But, oh my goodness, all our belongings we had, everything we cherished and brought with us was lost. It was lost in the ocean, and we had no change of clothes, and still so far to go. Oh, making nails by hand. Yeah. We lived about 6 miles from Munich, Germany. When other nail factories began to pop up all about Papa, he knew his business would fail. So, in 1849, he decided to take the family to that America. We sailed on the Argo. It was a 4-masted vessel that held 500 people. Each family had to bring their own provisions. Our food was smoked meat, potatoes, vegetables, bread, butter. Oh, and we had to carry our own bedding and our mattresses. Mama could cook 1 meal a day. Just one. And she had to wait in line to do that. And you better not be clumsy. You spill your dinner, you did not eat the rest of that day or the next day either. When we reached New York, there were small rowboats all around us. They were waiting for the things that we could no longer use, that we would throw overboard, like our old food, our bedding, our mattresses. Why? Were they so poor? I just don't know. Well, late one night, we reached Milwaukee, or somewhere near it. The sailor rowed us to shore, lifted us out of the rowboat, set our belongings on the beach, and left. Just that. Yeah, there we were, on the beach, in the middle of nowhere, a long way from anyone, a very long way from Munich. Oh, on a night so dark, we could hardly see to walk. We just clung to our parents, just shivering. We started off. Soon, we came to a little house. Papa went to the door and knocked to see if we might come in and have shelter. 3 families were already living in that house. But they said we might come in. But no bed for us. Oh, no. Where did you sleep? On the floor. The next day, we left for Green Bay. After nearly 3 months, we reached our destination, our new home in New Franklin. Oh, the air, the trees, the water, the soil, oh, they were so dear to the hearts of us Germans. In no other state were we better off than right here in Wisconsin. Do you like my story? Yeah. Ah, good.
On the first day of January, 1892, they opened Mel's Island and they let the people through. And the first to cross the threshold of the Isle of Volunteers was Annie Moon Island, who was only 13 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the isle I left behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, I will never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. In her little bed,
torch. She stands over 300 feet tall. But that's not the only amazing thing. Her hand is 16 feet long. And her finger is 8 feet long. And that's how long her nose is. 4 feet is 6 inches. They say we will begin looking for her tomorrow. I mean, on the deck of the ship, all crowded together. There's too many people looking out across the ocean. This is when it pays to be short. No view of the ocean, but a very good view of people's butts, old men's paunches, and people's hands. I'm being silly, but still no Miss Liberty. We see her! At first, she's just a little smudge of the horizon, but then it looks like the stars melting out of the sky. That's her crown. I had a good view of Miss Liberty for about 8 minutes, and then this incredibly large man waddled out in front of me. He was so rude. There are over 1,600 people on the boat, and it seemed like every single one of them was in front of me. Finally, I swirled around. And I found a look-through place. Papa promises me that when we are really near, he'll put me on his shoulders. Quick! Hurry up! Run! These are my first few English words. These words are what the officials bark at you from ferry boat to pier and into the buildings of Ellis Island. Stop! Stop! This is my new English word. No more quick. No more hurry up. This word has been stitched on my heart. My nightmare has begun. I am in quarantine. Quarantine. I was stopped by the inspectors and separated from the others because they feared I might spread disease. What disease? Trachoma? Another word I had never even heard of. They take me to a hospital on another island. It is for quarantine people like me. I cried, Mama! Mama! Mama, where are you? And I can still hear her screaming my name at the golden door. The golden door? That's what they call the last door immigrants pass through after they have been cleared for entry.